Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a beautiful makeup tutorial with the IT eyeshadow color of 2023. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, ladies, we're gonna go into a beautiful makeup tutorial. This is the IT color of eyeshadow for 2023, and it's one of your favorite palettes that I have called Naughty Nancy. This palette was created for my aunt when I had my Aunt Nancy on my channel. We created this beautiful look for her. She's quite a little testy one. I had a lot of fun filming her. I probably have to bring her back to the new set and we'll do another Fierce Aging with her this year. She's so funny. And every time, my mom was the one that came up with the palette names because I had my mom on and then I had on my Aunt Nancy. And so we were trying to figure out these custom palettes that we created. And my mom was like, well, it should be called Naughty Nancy and Sweet Carol. And I was like, okay, it's so perfect. Because my mom's like very much more reserved and she's more shy. And my aunt's like out there and, she's a SAG actress and she's just very, very vibrant. So I was like, this is perfect. So a lot of you love wearing Naughty Nancy, beautiful plum colors. So I have my 5 eyeshadow palettes coming out this month of August. That is the plan. And I'm very excited to be back because this one's been out forever. I mean, it's just crazy how long it's been out. So I'm going to build it around. So that's the main character. And then I'm going to build around the Naughty Nancy palette with our plum eyeliner. I'm going to use Cameo lip pencil with Aperitif. So these are going to be like the supporting cast and in Full Bloom. It's such a beautiful palette, more in the plum. So we're gonna see how it all comes together. I haven't actually done this look. My hair is doing its thing. It'll all come together. It's gonna be lots of volume because it's been in here like these Velcros for a while. So first off, I'm going to use my rose lip balm to moisturize my lips. Rose lip balm is on. And now I just pulled from my vanity Chantecaille. This is called Vital Essence. You can use it morning and night. And it is infused with powerful moisturizing and antioxidant botanicals for plumper looking skin. So I was like, we're going to just do a little plumping action today. I need all the plumping I can get. I'm looking a little discolored and not so plump. So let's put this on. Serum is in the skin. Smells wonderful. And it does feel very hydrating on my skin. Just literally like woke my skin up. All right, so first things first, I have my eyeshadows. They're not in the palette yet, only my lab sample, so I'm not gonna show them. You'll see them on my eye. But first, we always prime the eyes with the eye primer. So I'm gonna just take my eye primer. I'm going to I just swirl my finger in the eye primer. Don't have a lot on there. And then I go to the center and I just tap, and then I'm going to bring it to the inner corner like this because I have all of that darkness in there. And then I want to make sure it's from the base of my lash all the way up to the top. And you'll see, you can use your other finger just to kind of nicely smooth it out. You'll see it's a nice veil of coverage. It's not heavy and thick. You don't want too much and it's going to be everywhere. The whole point is just to neutralize out the eye, prep the eye, and then you move on to the next eye. Eye primer is on. Now another tip is that you don't want to bring it down all underneath the eye area. It's formulated for the lid, not underneath here. So this is more of your Just Peachy, your concealer of your choice, etc. But the eye primer is strictly for the eyelids. So now I'm going to take the middle color that's going to be in your 3-roll palette. I'm going to just take it with my eyeshadow brush and I'm going to just go to the center of my eye. And this is where I like to put the color on first. I go to the center and then I just drag down to the inner corner and then I come out to the outer corner here. What's so interesting is that, I was thinking about you when I've been researching who would wear purple eyeshadow or who's good for purple eyeshadow? And they're like, well, people with cool tone skin and neutral skin shouldn't wear it. It's for warmer skins. I'm like, wait a second. I fall into cool neutrals and I wear purple eyeshadow. You can wear purple eyeshadow if you're in cool or neutral. You don't have to just be warm. And it's interesting because you got to go with what you feel, like what you feel looks best on you. It's very confusing if you start paying attention to what every single person says. You do you. If you love it, wear it. But you don't have to follow this, oh, I can't wear it because I'm cool or I'm neutral. I read that and I was like, wait. I literally stepped back from the computer when I was reading it. I was like, oh, and I was like, wait, that's me. I wear it. So I want you to feel comfortable. You can do a wash. You can layer up a little bit more and have more pigment. It's really up to you. But this is something that I've been doing a lot of research, and it bothers me as an esthetician, especially when I see these. I know I show a lot of skincare products, and I know that it can get confusing, and I'm tailoring it out more in 2023, be more intentional and kind of giving you a tighter scope of skincare. Because I was just watching these dermatologists, these guys, and I only clicked on the video because it said mature, like skincare for mature women. I think it said like 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe 70s, but I think they stopped. And I was like, I'm only going to watch it because I want to see if they promote CETAPHIL. This has been my thing ever since I became an esthetician 20 years ago. I cannot understand why these dermatologists recommend the CETAPHIL. So I tried CETAPHIL one time and I was like, what? It is the worst product. If you like it, great. But look at the ingredients. I mean, it is not good. It's like slippery and slimy and it doesn't clean your skin. And I just thought it was just the weirdest thing. Where is the money? Like, why are we promoting this product? Why? I have not figured it out yet. So you'll see, this is my middle color. Very pretty. I wore black. When I wear plums or pinks, what have you, I like it to be with black or something that would be pulling the color together so it all looks like it goes together. So this is the middle color. Now I'm going to go into the darkest color. I'm going to take my little tapered, kind of like my pencil brush. This is my tapered blending brush. It's like a little pencil here. I'm going to go in the darkest color and I'm going to just create some depth. Maybe we'll go a little on the lash line, like you know that I like to do. I'm going to line the eye, but I like to do a little shading here first. Maybe you don't like to wear eyeliner and you do want a little depth. That's what you can do. Just put it on the lash line here. I'm going to, right here in this triangle, let's put a little bit of that darker color, get some depth. Now, if you really want to create, maybe it's evening. So you can do a wash of color. You can do a little bit on the lash line, or if you want something a little bit more kind of like evening or going out, what have you, go into this crease like windshield wiper and you can create a little bit more depth. Remember, color theory. I'm putting on a darker color here, which means it's going to recede back. That's what you want. You want to create that. If you have hooded eyes, you go a little bit above. You're trying to create that crease so it looks like that depth pulling back. Just like when you put bronzer on here, why are you doing that? You're putting the bronzer on there to make it look like you have sculpted cheeks. You're not putting a highlighter there, right? Putting that darkness so you have that really nice shadowing. So then you can put the highlighter on your cheek here. So you have that depth and then you have that highlight. It's just all about color theory. So if you really understand that, you understand the placement of your eyeshadows and your contouring, your concealers, highlighters, etc. So we're just going to do the other eye. I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to just blend this all out. So if you do feel like you put a little too much on, this will blend it out nicely. It gives you a very seamless eyeshadow look. Doesn't matter that they're going together. That's kind of what you want. So it just nicely just diffuses the eyeshadow. And I really do like doing this. Again, I'm putting my eyes on first. I don't have anything on my skin. It could look unbalanced, like, oh, whoa, Nikol, that eyeshadow is just too much. It's too much when you have nothing on the face. And then when it slowly starts coming together, it's like, ooh, so perfect. So that's what I love. That's my favorite part about Fierce Aging is that when we start, it's like prep. And then we do the eyes and then the eyes are coming together. And then it's like, oh, I'm like always thinking to myself, like when I'm on camera, like, oh, I cannot wait to get to BB cream and I can't wait to get to blush. Cause like you can start seeing it's like the flower, right? Like I tell you, like these roses that are on my compacts, it's like it starts to bloom open. Then you start seeing it all come together. It makes me very excited. I love seeing it all come together. And then just, you know, where we started and where we came, it's just very exciting to me. So I'm going to just take the lightest color in the palette. I know it's frustrating not to be able to see the colors, but these little lab samples, you wouldn't be very thrilled to see. So I want to wait until you're in the compact so you can be very excited. All right, just a little highlight on that brow. Again, I can go back and just kind of blend it out. This is really can turn into a wash of color, but when I put the eyeliner on, then I can start getting a little bit more depth there, and that's exciting. I'm going to use our lash curler. I always like to curl the lashes before I do the eyeliner because once the eyeliner goes on, I don't want to have anything disturbing that, moving it or anything. But doing your lashes, very important. You want them up Now I'm going to use the Plum Waterproof Eyeliner, and I'm going to go right to the base of my lashes, right here. I'm going to just thicken up the lash line, go right here. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to just flick up at the very end here. This camera better not be focusing on this compact. That's why it's like on my face, because I want you to see the eye, not the compact. So I'm going to just flick this up a little bit, because I've told you in the other videos, that is how we get the eye to lift. We go to the very end of the last lash and then we just go up. So you're basically lifting the eye instead of taking the eyeliner and going all the way down. I mean, just think about that. You know, when you're doing it, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm dragging my eye down. When you line the eye, you don't have to line the entire eye. You can line 3/4 of the eye, flick it up at the end. Also with these pencils, I've told you that they are waterproof. They are creamy for a reason. I wanted them to not be just dragging on your eye. I wanted you to be able to smudge them. There's a certain amount of time you can smudge them. I wanted this to be very comfortable, but yet the performance is high pigment for you. And yes, you do, since they're waterproof, which most of the ladies want their eyes water. They are doing things. They have oilier eyelids. You will use an oil-based eye makeup remover to remove them. Very simple. This is why I bought these Lancome ones during the sale, because I got 2 large jumbo-sized ones, and that's what I use around the eye. It's very comfortable. So I'm just flicking up at the end a little bit there, and I have this beautiful plum eyeliner on. I can go to the base of my eyes too, and what I like to do is, let me just do a 3/4 right here. I want to balance it out. I don't want to go all underneath here. I just want to go on the outer corner. So it has that, it's defining my eye. Don't leave your eye to be naked underneath here when you can give it a little extra. And if I see any more mature makeup tutorials where women are telling you not to wear eyeliner over 50, I will lose my mind, because this is a beautiful way to give your eyes structure. I mean, if I didn't put eyeliner on my mom, oh my gosh. I'm going to take my short smudge brush. This is like my little eraser brush, and you can drag it across the line you just made if you want to soften it up. Same thing underneath. You can just do a nice little soft. These brushes I designed are very soft on the eyes. Very big pet peeve of mine, being a model for a million years. I sat in a makeup artist chair and she used prickly brushes on my eyes. It was like, what are you doing? Do you not know your brushes that you're using? It was such torture. And I always remembered that. So when I designed my brushes, I wanted them to be, first of all, they're vegan, but I wanted them to be very soft so you are not feeling annoyed. I was so annoyed after I would get out and then I had to perform on set, and I was already annoyed because my eyes were red and irritated, and all I wanted to do is scratch them. So I wanted you to have very, very soft brushes. We're going to go into Volume Up, the mascara. So this is my mascara. And what's really important about this is that you pull it out slowly. You look at the wand and say, okay, I'm going to go to the base of my lashes. I'm going to wiggle back. So you're front loading on the base of the lash. And then you can see how much it grips my lashes, right? This is my big thing. And I've done this for so long, is that you want to go slow, almost like blinking down. That's when I really get every single lash, right? So maybe it takes you a couple extra seconds than you're used to, but this is when you're going to get that beautiful lash that lasts all day, and it just looks incredible. So the little time you take to really precisely go, okay, I'm at the base of my lashes, I'm going to wiggle back and forth, and then I'm going to go to the ends. You're making sure you get every little lash and every main lash, right? You can then turn the wand. So now you have more product. So I was only working on one side of the brush, and I can go in maybe to the middle and then to the tips and get a little extra coating. I don't have to go back into the bottle, ladies. It's not about dipping, going in, dipping, going in. You're going to get too much going on. So I formulated this to be volumizing for you, but you have to put it on like you really mean it. Like you're like, you know what? I'm serious about my lashes today. I'm serious about looking gorgeous, and I'm going to do it right. And then you're going to get the best application. All right, so eyes are done. They are looking beautiful. I love a plum eye. This looks so beautiful. Black. If I was wearing a black jumpsuit or a black dress, or I was wearing some kind of shade of purple that would bring this all together. It's so gorgeous. It's great for weddings. It's great for evenings out. It's great for every day. If you do want to do a wash of color, maybe it is your color. It's your favorite color. So Shiseido cotton. And this is my Lancome eye makeup remover. I'm going to take off anything that might have fallen underneath, just like this. See, I have a little extra on the ends. We don't want that. I don't want to take my Just Peachy or my concealer and get it mixed in, because then you're going to create another color. You're going to have that eyeshadow down here. Maybe a little eye primer came out and you don't want to have any of that there. So I want to just make it sure it's super clean. The only thing you have to make sure is that you don't have too much of the oil on the skin. It's really nice and moisturizing. So that's what I love, like the byproduct of using that. But you want to make sure it's just not, you want it to be absorbed into the skin. So now we're going to do a little Just Peachy, because I would like to correct my under eyes. I want them to be nice and bright. So this is my color corrector. This is what I use. Sometimes I can get away with just the Just Peachy. Sometimes I do need a little concealer over. So it just depends. Every day is different. I have some redness going on here that I will correct, but I take this right underneath the lash line. I don't cover up the eyeliner that I did. I go up into this inner corner. Do not forget that, ladies, because you have that gray blue. So if you do everything and you miss that spot, you're going to be like, wait, why does my eye still look dark? Why doesn't it look bright? So you can also do the eye brightener there too. After you do your makeup, if you still feel like it's a little dark, go back with the eye brightener and just do a little touch up there. I'm going to take my concealer brush. This is a brush that has a lip brush on the other end. So it's a dual product, which is great. I like that I have a cap on this though, because it goes around your eyes. So you can just take this and go up into the inner corner. This is a little bit easier than doing the foundation buffing brush like sometimes that I like to do. I like to just take it all up, but I can't really get to that precise look right underneath here. So if you are doing pictures or going to dinner, you want to use a smaller brush to make sure that you're really applying it properly and getting that beautiful, flawless, seamless look. What I'm going to do is sometimes I also like to just press in after you use the brush if you want to get really up close to that lash line. Then I'm going to just take a little bit of my No Redness, because this helps me with all this redness here. So the face is prepped with the color corrector. So I had Just Peachy underneath. I did a little No Redness. It's just going to take off that brightness of the red and that darkness here, prepping my skin for my BB cream, or if you're using a foundation or CC cream or tinted moisturizer, whatever you're using. I'm going to be using my BB Cream in Light, which launches in September. I would like to say September, but I will do a little slant and say October because I don't have an exact date, but I'm very confident that we're going to be seeing it at the end of September. I'm going to take my foundation buffing brush and I'm going to just work this into my skin. I go up to where I have the Just Peachy. So I marry the two and a little overlap so it's seamless. And then I'm going to just go right over what I did with the No Redness. BB cream is on. Now I see a little bit of discoloration still, as in needing a concealer. So I lifted with the Just Peachy that discoloration. Now I just need a little bit of coverage, which is what a concealer does. So I'm using the Chanel B20 and I'm going to just go in here and right here where I see that just a little bit more that I want to clean up. And then I will do that with my concealer brush. So I just added a little bit more concealer underneath to just give it more of a seamless look. Now, what I will do is I will take a little foundation flat brush, go into my Nikita Banana, and I'm just going to set. You can use a sponge also. The reason I'm using the flat brush is I don't want it to pick up too much product, so I'm not going in with a powder brush right now. You can also use one of the puffs for pressed powder, just so you get enough that's just going to set in your T-zone or wherever you want to set it. I'm going to be using In Full Bloom. This is going to be really beautiful. It's pigmented and I can do a wash of color. This is going to be great if you have more medium tone skins, darker skins, because you're going to be able to see this color. And I'm going to just take the middle and the last color. I'm going to give it just a little swirl and I'm going to put it on my cheeks right here. Now, cheek placement is up to you. when you look at your face, where do you want it to go? I like mine to be here and just a little bit further up. I like to bring it up. If you feel like you have too much on your skin, I always show you that you can either powder it down if you want to, as in press your sponge into, or your puff into your face, or take your foundation buffing brush and go over with what was left on your brush. So you have kind of like that see-through your foundation CC cream, BB cream. Add a tad more. So you have like this really beautiful color. You want to see it because it's going to start fading as the day goes on, as it mixes in with your oils. That is what blush does, as we know. So when I would be on set with all of my brides and everybody, I would put on a little bit more blush than we really needed, because by the time they went to pictures, you can start seeing that it muted down, and we really wanted to keep that color in the face. So this is just a nice wash on the face. We're going to go into the lips now. So I'm going to line my lips with the Cameo. It's called Cameo Lip Liner. It's waterproof. I'm going to go in with Aperitif. This is a new color for us. I know that you love plums, and I wanted to bring this out because I thought it was so beautiful. And then I'm going to top it with Champs, which is like our champagne topper. Another idea that I've shared with you before, which I've been doing lately, is I fill in my whole lip with the lip pencil, and then I put the rose lip balm over. It's really a nice way to kind of create a lipstick with your lip liner. So now we'll use the Aperitif. Just looks really pretty and different. And then we will top it with a little Champs. This is very pretty. This can go over any of your lipsticks. It's kind of like giving you your own little custom color. What I like about Champs is that it makes any color lighter. So if you feel like, oh no, it's a little too dark, or wasn't quite sure, or I want something a little bit different, top it with Champs and you have like your whole new color. So last but not least, let me just take my skinny brow pencil, and I'm going to just brush my brows up. So I just brushed my brows. I didn't do anything fancy to them. I didn't fill them in or anything like that. We'll take out the hair. So I have a lot of volume because I've left those curlers in for a very long time. I had a couple calls, and I do now show up on Zoom with my, everybody knows that I'm in full content creation. I'm going to be using the Hair Biology Argan Serum. This is really nice. I love using this for these areas underneath here. It just kind of gives my hair a little gloss and manageability, especially underneath. It'll settle down. It'll settle down. It's just that those Velcro curlers are like the best. I just can't get this without my Velcro curlers. And of course, ladies, you know what I'm going to do. I have just a little bit left. My Baccarat Rouge 540. This is my hair mist. This is this is a very expensive perfume. And of course, I will not allow myself to buy it because it's just way crazy. But for $80, I will do the hair mist, and I still get the entire beautiful smell that perfume gives, but now it's just in my hair, which I like actually better, to be honest with you. I like that I can smell it all the time. And look, it's not even, I will make it work. I will make you work. Yeah, see? Hair mist is in, feeling beautiful. Beautiful plum look, the it color of 2023, but it can be your it color for decades if you want it to be. But it's just a little bit different, something fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know below, do you wear plum eyeliner? Do you wear plum eyeshadows? Are you looking forward to Naughty Nancy coming back? You know, there's so much weight with that name. So every time you wear it, you know, you can be a little rebellious. And if you watch my aunt's video, she'll probably you can feel the vibe off of her. So it's just like every time I see this palette, I always have to chuckle. So I hope you enjoyed that video, this little makeup tutorial. And until my next video, I'll see you later.